Hi dear Aries, and welcome to the Art of Tarot. This is a reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars for September 2021. I'm excited you're here with me. Let's look at general energies in the beginning of the reading. In the second part of the reading, I will look at love and love relationship energies. I will also draw some charms at the end of the reading. You find all the information you need for private readings and such in the description box below. All right, so let's get started here. Also, don't forget to subscribe and like and comment if you are into this channel. Helps me a lot to spread these videos and to grow. So thank you for all the subscribers that already did subscribe. Okay, Aries, we come into this month here with an Ace of Swords energy, which I really like for you. It's really about clarity. It's about seeing things in a logical way, maybe having a new idea to how to move forward. It's a very smart card for me, the Ace of Swords. It's really about standing in your truth, seeing things for what they are, having a moment of clarity, of understanding, of things coming together and knowing how to move forward. Also knowing how to stand in your truth, how to communicate your truth, and how to start a new beginning through a new higher understanding of a situation or of yourself. I think what the understanding is here, it's interesting, is that you might really change your mind on how you're planning to move forward here. And maybe you're, with the Two of Wands in reverse, really changing your mind about how you see yourself or how you're seeing yourself moving forward. Maybe you're understanding that something you think you wanted to do is not what you want to do anymore. And you're letting go maybe of some sort of comfort zone here with the Four of Discs in reverse. I really have a strong feeling that this is saying you're letting go of some sort of security that you build for yourself, but you know it's kind of not pushing you forward in the right direction, and it's kind of keeping you isolated here a little bit with this card. So I think you are working on opening up to a new sense of stability, to building something different, maybe something that you thought you didn't want, but now you understand you actually want something different, and this is not the way to move forward anymore that you thought in the past. Also what comes through strongly is here that this is a moment of transformation with the Ace of Swords here with the butterfly in the card. And this is a moment of light. So this is also the lighter way. This is also the easier way forward, the path of less resistance, I want to say. And it really comes through as a big moment here, especially when it comes to relationships. And I think when it comes to relationships, you're really gaining a higher perspective, a higher picture, a bigger picture of what you actually want to build. And I think what you've built so far is maybe not so much satisfying to you anymore with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe you've built something with a person where you're like, no, this is not working for me anymore. I need a new way of doing things. I really need a new vision, a new thing we can work on together, because what we've built so far is really not working out for me. With the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, it's not complete. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel complete. And I don't want to go forward like this here with the Two of Wands. This other person has a Four of Swords. I think they really letting this sink in, this information, in case you're in a relationship or in a bond with somebody who is in communication with you, or you're closer to, or a person from the past. I think you're really letting it sink in, they are really letting it sink in, thinking about it, letting things mentally also process, and trying to find answers, I think, deeper within themselves, and therefore maybe being a little closed off. I don't think they already have the answer to the situation yet. We have Scorpio energy here, so I think it's a little bit of a hidden energy, a little bit of a mysterious energy, a little bit of a deeper emotional energy that they are still processing and trying to grasp on a mental plane. And with you, it's really pushing forward this new idea. I think with Mars and the 9th house, it's really pushing forward, maybe a little aggressively, which is not necessarily a bad thing, pushing forward this new idea of expanding, because the 9th house is really about the travel, expanding, growth, higher knowledge, philosophy, other cultures, other concepts, new concepts, and the bigger picture. So when it comes to relationships, I think you really want to push this, you really want to fight for this, because what you've built so far is not working for you anymore. Also, when it comes to people who are not in a relationship, same thing, you're pushing this new agenda. I think there's really a switch for you here, or it looks like there's a switch of how you see love and how you see relationships. And if there's a new person surrounding you that you're talking to, which can be the case, they are really letting everything sink in, you know, trying to find their own standpoint in this and trying to meditate on it, trying to integrate it. And really not moving fast and moving forward. The Four of Swords is also a card that is called truce in the Crowley deck, for example. So it is a card, a policy of appeasement in a way. So they might not want to go into a confrontation about things. If there's new person, there might also be new people coming in who are like, well, this is not for me, you know, and that's fine, because you know what you want, you're very clear on it, you know what doesn't work for you. I think you know what doesn't work for you more than what works for you right now. With the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, you've had your experiences and you know this and that doesn't work. And there might be new people coming in who might want to present you the stable chance, but they see what you want to build, and therefore they might move away in a different direction, which is not a bad thing, you know. It's rejection is often God's plan, or it's making the way clear for the people who actually are a good match for us. And especially when there's people you have a hard time communicating your emotions with the Knight of Cups in reverse. So if there's really no common ground when it comes to communicating emotions, bringing forward your emotions, or feeling like people are just saying things because they want to be nice, or they want to be in a harmonic situation where there is no conflict, then that's not necessarily probably the energies you want to draw in, and that's where it's going to be a little difficult to work with them. And they might even not see this as a stable chance as much as, or you don't even care. It seems like if there's people who are like, okay, I'm not really telling you my feelings about the situation and about what you actually have envisioned for yourself, then I think you don't even care. You're not even gonna care, which is a good thing, you know, because really, if somebody doesn't share a vision with you forward, then this is gonna be really difficult in the long run. And I think you're really thinking long run, and these other people do too. So it's very much here about expressing your feelings about a shared vision. And when it's a person that you're actually with, this could be the challenge here, expressing your feelings about the future vision, because maybe it's really the challenge to express to them that it's difficult for you to see that with them, even though they have potential here with the Ace of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, but they might move away from this because you have to kind of see and know what they're feeling, because you can't read their minds. Communication looks a little difficult here. Really, this other person is maybe taking in what you have to say, but they're not really giving you a lot of response. And that can be difficult, definitely, when we don't get the response that we need to also just relate, you know. It's the whole point of a relationship, to relate. So yeah, as I said, the Astro dice came out with 9th house and Mars, so there's really I think a strong will from your side to push your agenda when it comes to a higher perspective and a bigger picture of what you want to build in the long term here with the 10 of Pentacles. This other person, as I said, there might be things held back or still transforming on a deeper level. They're still trying to figure out maybe on a deeper level how they're actually feeling, and they're therefore not really fully transparent with their emotions. Could be dealing with a Scorpio, of course. And you could be dealing with any water sign. Scorpio comes through very strongly. Water signs, Pisces and Cancer is also here for me. Okay, then we have a advice card that says brothers and sisters. This is in German. I also have a German channel if you want to check that out. You find that in the description box. Brothers and sisters. It says, if you want to have a good, if you want to get along with somebody or with others, then it's important to see the best and the love in them. So that's something we learn from brotherly, sisterly relationships. I think it's also maybe card in the German reading. It came through really strongly for me with this card, that you might look at how, if you have siblings and if you have relationships with your siblings, how this could affect potentially your relationship life. Maybe you're playing through some sort of dynamics that you played through with your siblings, that maybe it's impossible to build with them, or you feel like they're not telling you what they're feeling, and you kind of are not heard when it comes to your vision. Something like that comes through. So make sure this is really more about the connection with this person or with a potential partner than conflict with your siblings. Siblings can also help you right now, obviously, and support you. So that's a good thing. Okay, let's pull some charms. Okay. The first thing I've heard, this person really is looking for their sense of gentleness and kindness and love within themselves right now. So they're looking deep for this loving perspective on the situation here with the rose quartz. Yeah, for you it's clarity about your vision. Again, this is just a confirmation with the clear quartz. With the full moon, there could be knowledge coming up around the 20th in Pisces. That's your neighboring sign. So you could, maybe you're close to Pisces, then you feel it even more. There's full moon energy definitely here. That's on the 20th, where you could really have that full clarity, full vision, full understanding of how to move forward and how to communicate and how to build something stable and solid and work on it as well. This is the charm for me for work and earth energy and results. Maybe you're really thinking a lot about how your relationships look like in the public arena. What is the tradition for you with this Colosseum charm when it comes to relationships and how you are perceived from the outside? And I hear spectacle. Maybe you don't want to have a spectacle. You don't want to be you don't want your relationship to be a spectacle. This person is coming, I think, from a heart space, ego space. They're really trying to express themselves, but they, I think, are still holding back a little bit. But I think they will come forward. If you're waiting for, for them to really express themselves authentically, then I think they will, and what they're saying will be the truth. Or it will be what they're actually experiencing authentically right now. Maybe it's not, you know, what you want to hear, but that's what they're not lying. They're not lying. That's the level of consciousness they are at right now. So that's what they can give you. I think there's a strong sexual attraction here. I think this person has maybe a little bit of a complex, I want to say, that they get attached to the whole. There's a little toxic element here, honestly, and I feel like they're not necessarily seeing that they see this sort of connection or this way of communicating as something stable, even though there is strong sexual energy attached with a sense of, I even want to say, passive aggression, or not communicating openly when it comes to feelings, you know, or pretending romance for the sake of getting sexual things. And they see this as normal or stable or healthy, where you can build on. And I think that's maybe the difference here, that you don't see that, because there is some sort of attachment to this idea that you either hold back feelings or that you pretend feelings to get to a point of sexual connection, and that's not very healthy, honestly. So yeah, that's what's coming through here. Even though they come from a place of love, you know, they're really trying to find that within themselves right now. And if you're dealing with a specific person, then it's really important to give them, I think, the time, but stay your ground, that this is that you have a picture in mind, and that you know what does not work for you in long term. And there can be, I mean, of course, with the Ace of Pentacles, there can be a new beginning. I feel like, though, that you would have to go their way, and you really want to think about if you want to do that. So yeah, Aries, that is your reading for September. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting, and for all the support. And I hope I'll talk to you soon. Bye.